Math lesson number 12. Factoring x squared plus bx plus c. Factoring the trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c means to express the trinomial as the product of two binomials of the form x plus m times x plus n. So the two binomials are x plus m and x plus n. So x plus m times x plus n, using FOIL method, we have x squared plus nx, that's x times n, plus mx, that's m times x, inner, and then last mn, so that's m times n, mn. Now, combining nx and mx, we have x squared plus n plus m, x plus mn. So meaning to say, n plus m is the b, and then the c is m times n. Okay, now let's have examples. Number 1, factor x squared plus 5x plus 6. So first, we need to find two numbers whose product is 6 and whose sum is 5. So we need to think of two numbers whose product is 6. Now let's have factors of 6. Factors of 6 are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. So let's start with 1 and 6. The product, 1 times 6, of course, it's 6. The sum, 1 plus 6 is 7. The other one, 2 and 3, of course, the product, 2 times 3 is 6. The sum, 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, according to the first step, we need to find two numbers whose product is 6 and whose sum is 5. So we have this 2 and 3 because the sum of this is 5. Therefore, the two numbers are 2 and 3. Now, what shall we do with 2 and 3? X squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to x plus the 2 times x plus the 3. So meaning to say, when we multiply 2 and 3, we have 6. And then when we add 2 and 3, we have the 5, the middle term. Now to check the answer, we use the FOIL method. So x plus 2 times x plus 3, using FOIL method, we have x squared, that's the first, x times x. And then outer, x times 3, 3x. Inner, 2 times x, 2x. And then last, 2 times 3, 6. Simplifying, combining 3x and 2x, we have x squared plus 5x plus 6. Therefore, the factor form or the factored form of x squared plus 5x plus 6 is x plus 2 times x plus 3. Next, we have number 2, factor x squared plus 11xy plus 10y squared. Now this time we have the y. So again, we need to find two numbers whose product is 10y squared and whose sum is 11y. So what are the factors of 10y squared? We have 10y and y, and we also have 2y and 5y. Because 10y times y is 10y squared. 2y and 5 times 5y is 10y squared also. That's the product. Now let's have the sum. 10y plus y is 11y. 2y plus 5y is 7y. Again, we need to find two numbers whose sum is 11y. Because that's the middle term, 11y. X. So the middle term is 11y. Okay? So as you can see, the two numbers are 10y and y because the sum of the two numbers is 11y. So that one. Now, getting that, we have x squared plus 11xy plus 10y squared is x plus 10y, the first number, times x plus y, the second number. Again, if we multiply 10y and y, the product is 10y squared. And then we have, if we add 10y x or 10xy plus xy, the sum is 11xy, the middle term. Again, if we will use FOIL method to check for the answer. X plus 10y times x plus y. We have x squared plus xy plus 10xy plus 10y squared. So xy came from x times y. That's the outer. 10xy came from 10y times x, inner. And then last, 10y squared. Simplifying that, we have x squared plus 11xy plus 10y squared. Therefore, the factored form of this is x plus 10y times x plus y. Next, we have number 3, factor x squared minus 12x plus 20. Again, the first step, we need to find two numbers whose product is 20 and whose sum is negative 12. Why negative 12? Because the middle term is negative 12. Now, factors of 20 whose sum is negative 12 is negative 10 and negative 2. Why negative? To have a sum of negative also. Because we need to have a sum of negative 12. Okay? So those are the two numbers, negative 10 and negative 2. Why not negative 4 and negative 5? Because negative 4 and negative 5 have a sum of negative 9. And that's not the sum that we want. So we want to have negative 12 as our sum. Therefore, the two numbers are negative 10 and negative 2. Now, after that, we have x squared minus 12x plus 20 is equal to x minus 10 because negative 10, minus 2 because of negative 2. So that's the factored form of x squared minus 12x plus 20. Now, to check the answer again, we use FOIL method. Number 4, x squared plus x minus 6. We need to find two numbers whose product is negative 6. Why negative 6? Because as you can see, in the trinomial, the last term has a negative sign. And whose sum is 1. Why 1? Because as you can see, the middle term is 1. Okay, the coefficient is 1. Now, let's have factors of negative 6. Because it is negative, that first number must be positive and the second number must be negative. So we have 3 and negative 2. Why not negative 3 and 2? Because if you're going to add negative 3 plus 2, the answer is negative 1. We want to have a sum of 1, positive 1. Therefore, 3 must be positive and 2 must be negative in order to have a sum of 1. Therefore, the two numbers are 3 and negative 2. Now, what shall we do with those numbers? So, x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to x plus 3. That's the 3. X minus 2 because this one is negative 2. So, the factored form of x squared plus x minus 6 is x plus 3 times x minus 2. Now, you do the FOIL method to check for your answer. Next, number 5. Factor x squared minus 2xy minus 15y squared. We need to find two numbers whose product is negative 15y squared because that's the last term. Negative 15y squared. And the middle term is negative 2y. Of course, we will not include x. So just the 2y. So that's the coefficient. Negative 2y. Now, factors of negative 15y squared. We have negative 5y and 3y. Why negative 5y and 3y? Because if we're going to add that, or add those numbers, or terms, the result is negative 2y. We will not use positive 5y and negative 3y. Because the sum of that, or of those terms, is positive 2y. We want to have a sum of negative 2y. That's why the 5 is negative and the 3 is positive. So those are the numbers, negative 5y and 3y. Now, x squared minus 2xy minus 15y squared is now equal to x minus 5y, that's 5y, x plus 3y, that's 3y. So that's the factored form of number 5.